So this week, we got to interview two really cool dudes, Chris Lynch and Bill Linkletter, the two co-founders of the Southside American Muscle Group, which is a Facebook page. Pretty cool page. Tons of cool cars.
Yep.
These are two of the coolest cars that we get to go see, and they're the first guys that I got to meet in this group. My first kind of cruise night, whatever you want to call it, and I got to meet these two guys first.
Yeah, when I met them, I couldn't meet two of the more nicest guys that you'd ever want to meet. I love being a member of the club, and it's not just Mustangs, it's every kind of car that you can possibly think of, and it's really a cool group, and these are two cool guys with two cool cars, and it's all happening right now on After the Smoke Clears.
Hi, I'm Chris Lynch. This is my 2006 Roush Stage 1.
Hi, I'm Bill Linkletter. This is my 2008 Roush 427R.
We started Southside American Muscle last July 26th. Bill and I were both in a couple of Mustang groups, and it's fine and dandy, but we really wanted to start something that included all cars, because we like all cars. We just happen to prefer Mustangs. So
And we have a lot of friends that had Pontiac, Chevys, Mopars, and why not hang out with your friends? That's why we started this.
And we figured that if we could get maybe 50 people locally to join our group, how cool would it be to get some cruises going and not just have Mustangs, but have all cars, steel bumper ones and plastic ones.
Me and Chris have been friends since 1986.
Yeah, long time.
Yep, long time.
We
Longer than some of the members have been alive.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
We haven't matured much since then, but I bought my car 5 years ago. Wasn't really looking at the time, just kind of stumbled upon it. Always liked the way Roushes look. First time I saw the 05 to 09 body style was 2004 at Oshkosh Air Show. Still have that picture. Fell in love with that body style, thought it was a cool retro look. So when I came across this car for sale, I bought it. Actually, I bought two Mustangs that day. I bought one for my son. That's initially how I stumbled upon the car, was going to look at an 05 for my son. So when I saw this, I came home with two Mustangs that day, much to my wife's
chagrin.
Yeah, until she grabbed the keys and she disappeared in the car for about a half hour. So she loves Mustangs just as much as I do. I've had, this is my third. My last one I sold when we were looking for our house.
My dad was a car guy. I've always been a car guy. I took it a little further than my dad did. I really got into placing engines, transmissions, rebuilding them, doing all that stuff. My dad was a Chevy guy, and both of his sons are Ford guys. His friends used to give him a lot of crap about it, but my dad liked all cars. As a matter of fact, my dad had an 05 Mustang.
Yeah.
He had Chevelles, Corvettes, GTO. I mean, had a lot of cars that really made me, since I was a little kid, want to be involved with cars. Mustang, why Mustang? I've had a Mustang since I was 16 years old. I had a 77 Mustang II, built up, did a lot of things. Unfortunately, my sister decided to take it out when nobody was home and totaled the car. Then I ended up getting a 79 Fox body that took me quite a while to get going. Had a couple motors in it, drag car. And then when Chris bought his Roush, and seeing him going to car shows and cruises, and I was riding bitch in his car all the time, I decided to
I didn't mind.
to get my own And that's how I ended up with this 2008 Roush 427R.
I always loved cars ever since I was a kid, building models. Just had a thing for them. My dad was not a car guy. He had an 87 Yugo GV, so it wasn't hard to find something to outperform that. I bought my first car was a 79 Mercury Capri, same body style as a Mustang 302, automatic. I always loved the old Mustangs, the notchbacks, and they were, I mean, I loved them, but they, to me, never really looked a lot like the Mustangs that I loved when I was growing up. I never had the opportunity to buy something older. I had that car for a while. I had a 96 Boss Mustang, and I had a 55 F100. I've had quite a few cars, but I sold all of them when we were looking for our house. My dad laughed because when I bought my house, it had a pretty good sized garage, and he said it's going to be 20 years before I put a car in there. He was pretty close. It was about 18 years later. But you know, we have a big family, so just time wasn't right. You know, had other things to do, buy campers, things like that. So we waited long enough. My wife enjoys the car just as much as I do. She would like to get one herself when I'm done tinkering with this one. So we'll see where that takes us. Maybe I'll get one with steel bumpers on it. I don't know. Never in our wildest dreams did we think that it would become as big as it's become.
Yeah,
but we've gotten a lot of friendships out of this deal, and
yeah, a lot of good friends.
Yeah. And what's nice is there's so many people on the page that you always have somebody you can ask a question to, even if they just put it on the page. That's really what it's all about. You know.
Right.
Summertime, I miss a lot of it because of camping, but I really love the cruises. I think that's really what we're really striving to do, is have some cruises. And this year kind of threw a loophole in it with the COVID, so hopefully next year we can do more. You know.
Yeah, our whole goal is to keep the page friendly, not have a bunch of fighting and people talking crap about each other, and you know, keep it. We wanted to be enjoyable for everybody.
You wouldn't believe, well, now you would, but how many things that we remove off of the page because
yeah, that other members never even see.
Yeah, just first thing I'll do is I see somebody giving somebody the business on there, I look to see if they're friends, you know, but even sometimes people don't realize that, and I don't know, other car pages that we were on, there's so much of that going on. We just didn't want it on the page. I mean, send somebody a message privately if you want to do that, but
yeah, just strictly about basically, you know, wanted it to be informative, friendly.
right.
Car guys and girls helping each other out.
That's pretty much that's the coolest thing that's happened, is that it's almost like a huge data bank for, you know, questions and answers, things of that nature. It's pretty
So the upgrades I've done to my car basically started from the day I bought it. I mean, I've put an one-piece aluminum drive shaft in the car, full-length headers, high-flow cats, bigger injectors, bigger fuel pump, bigger throttle body, got an adjustable panhard bar in the back, upper and lower control arms, also a rear end strengthening cap, and brakes, upgraded the brakes. What?
Frame ties.
Frame ties, welded in frame ties. That's about it.
About it.
Yep.
Have you ever put that car in a dyno?
Just one time. It put 440 to the rear tires. It has the wrong cams in it. The guy who owned it before me put naturally aspirated cams in it. That'll be taken care of this winter.
What do you think that's going to upgrade the engine to when you go to?
It'll probably be close 500 rear wheel horse.
Chris?
pretty much the same thing. The whole suspension is BMR, upper lower control arms, A-arm brace, aluminum drive shaft, long tube headers, high flow cats, rear end cap. Pretty much trying to get ready for a supercharger. I put frame ties on, Bill welded them up. had the stripes painted because the vinyl on it was starting to fade, and I wasn't crazy about the stripe not going all the way down. I always thought that it didn't look right, so had the stripes painted on last almost a year ago, I guess. So everything I'm doing is trying to prep it for a supercharger, possibly a short block, get rid of the stock internals, and then I'm done. You know. When it comes to Southside American Muscle, we do get a lot of slack. People call it a Mustang page. You know, Bill and I started this page, but immediately we tried to put an admin in place that represented almost every make and model car we could think of that would be in our group. We both love all kinds of makes and models of cars. We just happen to be Mustang guys. But we have no control over who shows up, where and when. For, you know, we all summer we've had scheduled days, you know, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Well, Wednesdays we
get together.
Yeah, we get together on Wednesdays. That's
tradition.
Yeah. But we have no control over that. You know,
we've been begging people.
Yeah.
Bring your stuff out. Drive your cars.
I believe
I would love to get more Mopar guys coming out.
For sure. Yeah.
The Chevy guys have finally really started showing up, and the GM guys. We need more Mopars. You Mopar guys got to come out.
Yeah, start driving. You know, we'd love to see it.
Yeah.
You know? But again, we have no control over who shows up.
That's why we got away from it. We don't want just Mustangs showing up, or we'd be on a Mustang page, or this would be a Mustang page.
Yeah. It gets old. Taillight Tuesday. Say Mustang headlights I've got on my car.
So wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you guys are not the Pied Pipers of Mustangs?
No. Heck no. I don't think we would be a good.
No,
we're not spokespeople.
No,
we drive Mustangs. That's about it.
Yep.
So the one thing I can say about our page is that we do have a really good representation of some of the baddest Mustangs, probably in 3 counties.
We've got some beautiful cars, period.
I mean, some of the members' cars, I'm blown away by them when they share pictures, and
I just wish they would drive them.
Right.
Some more. That's pretty much it. We've got some beautiful cars on our page. It floors me, the amount of cars that we have on our page. It's staggering. And you just, unfortunately, I think some of the guys get in this mindset that the car's so perfect that they don't want to, and I kind of get that, but I don't know, I do and I don't.
Well, and we've also run into a couple people that didn't realize this is a local page.
Yeah.
This is not a national page or any, and they were shocked. They're like, oh, this is local page? I'm going to start showing up to stuff. Yeah. It's not a national page. This is all local people.
We won't let anybody outside of Illinois, this area, probably like a 60-mile area, 70-mile. We don't want people that can't show up. The whole idea of starting this page was to do cruises, and I don't mind, the meets. It's kind of fun, but I'm more like the cruises, But the meets are where you get to know people.
We realize there's some guys who have track cars, and next year we'll definitely have more than one track day.
Yeah.
We're also going to try to get out to the Autobahn for guys that want to track their cars out there. So, I mean, like Chris said, this year we had a lot of plans, and COVID took care of all that. Yeah, and then one of the other things that we wanted to promote on the page too is to bring your family members, bring your kids, everything. This is one of the funnest things about this for me is everybody knows who's seen us anywhere. This is my car buddy. This is my daughter. Where the car goes, she goes. She loves cars. She loves the old 50s cars, right? With the dice in the window. That's why I have dice in my window. If anyone was ever wondering why a new Mustang has dice in it, it's because she got it for my birthday. That's why I've had dice in every Mustang that I've had, is because of her. She gave me her first set of dice, the red ones, when she was 8 years old for my drag car. So this is the best part about it for me, is my car buddy gets to go everywhere with me.
Yeah. And makes your wife sit in back.
Yep, it makes my wife sit in back.
Hi, I'm Chris Lynch.
This is my 2008 Roush 427R, and that's why I'm a car guy.
So Mark,
Yes.
what was your favorite part of making a video with Chris and Bill?
I only get to tell you one of my favorite parts, or can I tell you a couple of my favorite
No,
parts?
go for it. Tear it up.
All right. The first favorite part was the burnout at the very end. That was cool, man. I was behind those cars. I was standing behind my phone, and I got sprayed with gravel and rubber bits. It was pretty cool. Then my second favorite part about it is they go heading down the road, and we look up, and Chris is getting stopped by the police. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We talked these guys into doing a burnout, and they got caught by the cops. But lucky for us, that wasn't the case.
No, the crazy thing, it turns out that when they got to the end of the block the first time that we were shooting of them with the drone going overhead, we heard a loud crash, and they had just gone down the road and we could not see them, so we thought they got in an accident.
We almost heard like even a motor revving, and then a screeching, and then a crash, and we're like, oh my gosh, these guys just crashed their car. I thought maybe the drone fell out of the sky. It was the scariest thing ever.
And if we would have got that on camera, that would have been awesome.
Turns out it wasn't them, it was somebody else. Two of the people that were in the accident took off running through the park where we were filming and into the woods. They were like trying to get away from the cops and all that. It was craziness happening during this video. It was unbelievable.
Welcome to Tinley Park.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, what a great time with these guys. Two guys. I really enjoy both of them. I love both of those guys. They're become very good friends.
Yeah.
I've got to know their families. I enjoy going to car cruises with them. They have two just amazing cars.
Beautiful cars.
Roush Mustangs. I mean, you know I'm not a huge Mustang guy. I've never owned a Mustang in my life. Maybe sometime in the future I might buy a Mustang.
Yeah.
But they are great cars, and the crazy nice cars. That's all I can tell you. I just love everything about both of their cars.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. I mean, they both have something that the other one doesn't have, you know, and they're totally different colors, but yet they still have that Roush conversion on there, which is totally cool. I like that Bill had the Jack Roush signature on his seats. That was really cool. Yeah, and I love Chris's cars, that color, that white and blue. It just, man, it looks so nice together.
Yep, he painted his stripes on because he hated that the vinyl would fade and just didn't look very good and didn't wrap all the way down.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
love that he did that. It's really super sharp car.
Yeah.
And you know, I've been to on a birthday parade run with Bill and had Bill rev his engine up and come up on the back onto me. I thought he was going to kill me and my wife in my car, but I got a steel bumper car. But I thought for sure he was going to run through my car like a big chainsaw. But that thing just sounds amazing when it's revving up and coming after you. That supercharger is pretty insane.
Yeah. Well, just to let you know that on the other side of that plastic bunker there is a little bit of steel.
There is a little bit of steel.
Just to let you know.
Absolutely.
In case you forget about that.
But you know, one is one of 10. The other one I think is one of 9. I mean, they're really cool, kind of rare cars.
Yeah.
I just thoroughly enjoy getting to interview these guys. I've been a member for I don't know, a little over a year, and you know, I really enjoy being in the group. We have a blast together. We do things on Wednesdays, we do things on Tuesdays, Saturdays, Fridays. There's always something going on. Just guys getting together, sitting around talking. You know, we throw chairs out on the Parkway and sit and just talk. It is, you find out so much about people, and that's what we do this channel for, so we can get to know the people that are out there, car guys.
That's right.
You know, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. We want to see your family part of what you do.
Yep.
You know, awesome thing is Bill had his daughter with him, and we got
Allison,
to meet, you know, talk
great
to
kid.
Alice, and she's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad she was there.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's nice to get the families involved. You know, that's always nice. And I'm really just kind of getting to know these guys too. And so far, there's so much in common. So great couple of guys.
My favorite part of getting to interview these guys is just getting to know more of their story. You know, I've talked to them both a lot, one-on-one, you know, through the last year, and get to know more and more about them. And probably getting to know their story. They're just, geez, I feel like I grew up next door to both of them. It's just crazy. That's what happens when you're Southsiders.
And they make you feel that way too, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Friendly guys.
Yeah, but our whole group is full of that kind of people, and that's why I love it.
Yeah. Very cool motors, 6.4 liter motors in both of the cars, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Bill's got a little bit bigger cam in his. I mean, I wish I knew the parts that he replaced on his car. I think he went through it in the video.
He did. Yeah.
They both pretty much have done almost exactly the same thing. I know that Chris is getting ready to do a new supercharger here pretty soon, and Bill keeps on adding stuff onto his car every once in a while, and he's going to do some of that new cams, I think, over the winter. I'm excited because that thing already screams. I just don't know what he's going to do with all that extra horsepower, but
Yeah, you wonder.
you know,
Hey, more power to him.